Hey everyone, welcome back to the last episode. Third person POV Taehyung tried again to lift Jungkook's heavy squad, his small hands trembling as he gritted his teeth. But no matter how hard he tried, it wouldn't budge. With the frustrated gone, he finally dropped the squad, his chest heaving. Realizing there was no escape, Taehyung crouched down and covered his face, pressing himself to death. His heart pounded so loudly he could barely hear the chaos around him, but nothing happened. Confused, Taehyung slowly patted his body, checking for once, am I alive? He blinked and then looked up, only to see Jungkook standing like a dark, fierce god in the middle of the enemy circle. Jungkook's tall frame was imposing, his black mask covering half of his face. His squad rested against the ground, glistening in the moonlight. The enemy soldiers stuttering, Who are you? Jungkook's head titled upward slightly, his sharp gaze filled with pure rage. Jungkook is spitting venom. The last thing you will ever see in this life. Before anyone could react, Jungkook whispered a trigger forward, striking one enemy directly in the neck. The man collapsed instantly. Another soldier roared and charged, but Jungkook swiftly grabbed the squad, driving it into the man's stomach. With terrifying precision, he used his man's body as a shield, blocking the rain of arrows shot towards him. Taehyung, horrified, screaming, Hey, you don't shoot! Taehyung's voice rang through the battlefield as he spotted someone in the tree, aiming a bow directly at Jungkook. Jungkook was too busy fighting to notice his movement, too quick and focused. But the archer hesitated. Jungkook was moving so fast, and Taehyung's loud yelling distracted him further. Taehyung desperately screaming, Yeah, don't shoot, you bad person. He tried to rush forward to block the attack, but Jungkook's armor weighted him down. Each step was painfully slow, and he nearly tripped over his own feet. Jungkook gritting his teeth without looking back. Taehyung, stop screaming, I need to focus. But Taehyung wouldn't stop. Taehyung ignoring him, pouting angrily. Mini, rude man, bad husband, said, Don't shoot. The archer the archer finally steadies his arm, pulling the bowstrings back. Taehyung terrified, screaming, I'm sorry. Without thinking, Taehyung grabbed a rock from the ground and hurled it at the man in the tree. It hit him squarely on the head, making him fall out. Taehyung quickly stripped off and the suffocating armor and sprinted towards the fallen man. His hair was messy, his face flushed, but his heart pounded not from fear, from determination. Taehyung kneeling beside the man. Are you okay? I didn't want to hurt you, but I cannot let you hurt my man. I'm deeply sorry for what I have done here. Let me help you. He gently helped the man sit up against the tree. The man stared at him in disbelief. Enemy soldier confused. Why are you helping me instead of killing me? Taehyung's soft brown eyes filled with sadness and sincerity. Taehyung, even though you tried to harm my husband, I cannot kill you. I'm sorry. If you think that's foolish, but I hate harming people. Now are you hurt anywhere? Are you okay? The man's chest tightened at Taehyung's compassion. Enemy soldier was trembling. Thank you. Taehyung's face lit up with a warm, innocent smile. As it turned out, the man hadn't truly wanted to hurt Jungkook either. His family has been captured and he was forced to fight against his will. Seeing Taehyung's kindness, his guilt consumed him. He clenched his fist and shouted with all his might, "Enemy soldier, stop! Stop!" The remaining 6 soldiers, frozen their weapons, still raised, confusion spreading through their ranks. Meanwhile, Jungkook stood tall, his breathing heavy but controlled, his cold gaze fixed on the enemies before him. Taehyung rushed to his side, worry across his beautiful face. Taehyung gently, "Jungkook, are you okay?" Jungkook gave a single sharp nod, never looking away from the enemy. His entire body radiated fear. The injured man groaned, forcing himself to speak. "Enemy soldier, desperate king. Soldier, desperate king. Punish us as you see fit, but please hear us out first." Jungkook's jaw clenched. Jungkook is spitting in rage. "And why should I?" He raised his skirt, ready to strike again, but a small hand tugged on his sleeve, stopping him mid-swing. Jungkook turned sharply to see Taehyung gazing up at him, his big bobby eyes filled with pleading innocence. Taehyung softly begging, "Please, just hear them out." Jungkook shook his head unwillingly to give in. So Taehyung grabbed his pinky, holding it tightly, a silent promise, his eyes shining even wider. Jungkook, gone in frustration, finally giving in with a deep sigh. Jungkook gruffly, "Fine. Follow me to the meeting room." His eyes darkened, his tone cold as ice. "Jungkook, but if any one of you trying anything, you are dead where you stand." The enemy soldiers swelled hard, trembling as they nodded. Two of them carefully helped their injured leader stand. Jungkook walked ahead, his instincts on full alert, his back tense as he led them towards the castle, his sharp gaze like ready to strike if anyone dared make a wrong move. Behind him, Taehyung trailed closely, his small hand still wrapped protectively around Jungkook's pinky, silently promising Taehyung's POV. 1 week later, messenger bowing deeply before Jungkook. "Today is the day. Your Majesty, your decision must be made." "Decision?" I turned my head in confusion. "Is this what they have to do? Can I do it too?" I quickly got down on the ground beside Jungkook, bowing low, just like everyone else. The hall filled with gasps as whisper spread through the room. Jungkook startled. "Why are you bowing? Get up." He immediately grabbed my arm and pulled me up, his grip firm and protective. Taehyung pouting slightly. "But everyone else does this." Jungkook sternly. "But you are not everyone else. You are my wife. Now get up." I frowned. "I am not his wife. I am his husband. Why can't he understand that?" Turning to the messenger, I gave a soft command, "Taehyung, get up." The man hesitated, glancing nervously at Jungkook. Jungkook sighed and gave a small nod. "Jungkook, do as he says." The messenger quickly rose to his feet, and I stood tall beside Jungkook, waiting for the next move. But he stayed silent. Young instantly talk. Jungkook hesitant. "Can we just do it other way?" I shook my head firmly. "Taehyung, this is easier way." Jungkook is scrolling. "It's not." "Taehyung, it is." Jungkook let out a deep sigh, clearly frustrated. "Jungkook, fine. I agree." Taehyung, eyes widening. "Really?" Jungkook nodding. "Yes." Revealed a smile spread across my face. "Well then, let's go." "Jungkook, we will do it later. I want to show you something first." Before I could protest, he dismissed everyone from the room and grabbed my hand, leading me away. Then confused, "Jungkookie, where are we?" Jungkook softly, almost like a whisper, "I'm sorry." My brows Front, sorry, forward. Suddenly, my body felt weak, my vision blurred, and the last thing I saw was Jungkook's face before everything went black. 7 hours later, my head, it's pounding like crazy again. Slowly opening my eyes, my vision cleared. I realized I was lying on a bed inside a locked cell. Taehyung panicked. Where am I? I turned my head and spotted Thang, Jungkook's loyal guard, in the next cell. Taehyung, hey! Calling out. Thang standing quickly. Journal Taehyung. Taehyung gripping the bars. Thang, what happened? Thang hesitating. The king locked us up. Taehyung sobbed. What? Why? Thang, he doesn't want you to get hurt, Journal. The enemies have been planning to kidnap you, so His Majesty decided to lock you up from for your own safety. I blinked, stunned at that idiot. Taehyung, then why are you in here? Tang sang. He told me to stay with you, to protect you in case you woke up and panicked. Before I could respond, I heard a voice yelling outside, soldier voice, let's go, let's go. The king is moving now. Panic shot through me, Taehyung desperately, let us out. God, forgive me, General. King's order are to protect you and not to let you out. Clenched my fist, shaking with frustration. For the corner of my eyes, I saw Thang quietly hand me a folded paper. Thang, here. Thang confused. What am I supposed to do with this? Thang, read it. I quickly unfold the paper, my heart pounding as I recognized Jungkook's handwriting. Letter from Jungkook. Yeah, I know you are upset, but I had to do this so you wouldn't get hurt. The man we are up against, he took my father, he dropped my mother to take her own life. Thangi, no one left beside you. If I have to die to keep you safe, then I will. You know, I love you deeply, but I couldn't let you go through with your plan because I don't know what he is capable of anymore. If I don't make it out alive, I want to thank you, Taehyung. You turned my life into a life turn around. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were going to, but I didn't know you would be trouble for my heart. You changed how I see the world. You made me open up. You made me take off my mask. You did everything for me that I couldn't do for myself. Without you, I probably wouldn't have given up on my life long ago. But with you, my life has been meaning. You smile, light up my entire world. Your hugs make me your encouraging words make me want to cry, and your kisses, they melt me completely. Every morning when I wake up, I see you beside me. I wonder how I got so lucky. You, Taehyung, you are my universe. No matter what happens, never forget this. I love you with all my heart. But that belongs only to you, my wifey, from your husband, Jungkook. My tears fell freely as I clenched the letter to my chest. Taehyung choking on his sobs. I told him he can't do this way. Why doesn't he ever listen to me? I wiped my tears away and turned to Tong. Determination burning in my eyes. Taehyung sniffling. I need your help. 6 minutes later, Tong worried journal. Are you sure you want to do this? Taehyung nodding firmly. I have to. I wouldn't let him face this alone. We took our position quickly. Quietly, Taehyung whispering, 1, 2, 3. Together, we reached through the bars and choked the two guards, them unconscious. Taehyung whispering sadly, I'm really sorry, but I have to save my husband. Thong handed him a hairpin and I quickly got to work picking the lock. Taehyung confused, focused on these ones together, but nothing I can't handle. After a minute of intense effort, I finally clicked it open. We slipped out quietly, running past the other guards without being seen. Once we were outside, 15 minutes later, the scene before us was horrified with bodies from both sides lie scattered across the ground and the air thick with smoke and stench of blood. Taehyung grimly, "Tong, so set it up." Tong hesitated, worried for me. "General, be safe." I gave him a small, brave smile. "Taehyung, you too, Tong." We did our signature handshake before parting ways. I rushed up the long stairs, my heart pounding in my ears. When I finally reached the rooftop, my breath catch in my throat. There he was, Jungkook, my Jungkook, dangling over the edge of the roof, his neck gripped tightly in the enemy leader. Me leader taunting, "One more move and your king falls." "No," I whispered, my eyes burning. I immediately grabbed a weapon nearby, a bow and arrow. My hands trembled, but I focused myself to remember Jungkook's lessons. Taehyung murmuring to himself, "Hold it firmly and squeeze tightly, pulled hard. Hold it firmly and squeeze tightly, pulled hard." I inhaled deeply, focusing everything on this one shot. Taehyung whispering to himself, "Now shoot." I released the arrow. It flew straight and true, piercing an enemy's leader's neck. His eyes went wide with shock as he releases Jungkook, clenching at the arrow on his throat. Screaming Jungkook without a second thought, I ran and jumped off the tall building, reaching out desperately towards my falling husband. Our hands stretched towards each other, the walls slowing to a terrifying silence. "Please let me catch him." Third person POV. Once they got a hold of Jungkook's body and Taehyung's side, Taehyung quickly pushed the green button, making Taehyung and Jungkook land safely on the haystack below. Jungkook coughing weakly. Taehyung reveals, "You are safe." He looked at Taehyung and gave a thumb up, making Taehyung clap and cheer loudly. "Taehyung, you did it." Jungkook, weak smile. "You shot a perfect arrow." Taehyung, blinking in surprise. "Did what?" Jungkook, "A perfect shot. You saved me." His voice trailed off behind before he passed out in Taehyung's arms. Taehyung determined, "Yes, I did it." Once Taehyung climbed down from the top, he helped Taehyung carry Jungkook to the horse. After a few minutes, they finally got Jungkook secured on one horse. Taehyung got behind Jungkook, holding him tightly, while Taehyung mounted his own horse. Together, they headed back home. 30 minutes later, Dr. Boeing respectfully, "King Jungkook is fine, General Taehyung. He just needs rest. His body is exhausted." Taehyung and the others, "Doctor, we are already started digging graves for the fallen soldiers. We are halfway through, General." Taehyung is smiling softly. "Do you need help?" Doctor, "Oh no, General, we have got it under control. I showed you everything is handled." Taehyung, "Are you sure?" Doctor, nodding firmly, "Yes." Taehyung, "Well, if you change your mind, I will be here until lunchtime." Doctor, bowing again, "Thank you again, General." He left the room quietly. 2 weeks later, the bruised every single man who had gone into battle with Jungkook and lost their lives. Jungkook had finally recovered enough to get out of bed. Taehyung still checked on him, constantly making sure he was okay every second of the day. Meanwhile, Gina was sentenced to life in prison for lying in court, a crime that could have easily cost her death. Taehyung's parents, Taehyung's mother furiously yelling, "What? You can't do this!" Taehyung's father coldly, "I can. I have waited for the moment for years." He shoved the divorce paper towards her. Jungkook commanding tone, "Sign it." Taehyung's mother grabbed the feather quill with shaking hands. Taehyung's mother glaring, "You will regret this." Taehyung's father smirking, "I am pretty sure evident." With a big smile, he looked down at the signed divorce papers. Finally, after years, he had gotten what he wanted. Taehyung softly to his father, "Let's go." They started walking out, but Taehyung suddenly stopped and ran back. He stood before his mother, then dropped to his knees, head bowed. "Taehyung, thank you for having me and letting me live here, even though you didn't like it." Before he could say more, Jungkook grabbed his wrist and pulled him up. "Jungkook, what did I tell you?" He began brushing off Taehyung's clothes, Taehyung pouting slightly. "To never bow before anyone." Jungkook, "Then why did you?" Taehyung, earnest voice, "Even if wasn't the best mother, she is still my mother. We didn't start on the right foot, but she still raised me and fed me. She may not have made me who I am today, but she is part of the people who shaped me." Period. Jungkook, sighing deeply, he really had the most selfless husband in the world. "Jungkook, let's just go now so we can visit that Kent." I smiled, nodding as Jungkook intertwined their hands, walking behind Taehyung's father. "Gina in prison." Gina desperately, "Taehyung, you have get me out of here. I can't live on this water and prison food." Taehyung frowned sadly, "I'm sorry, Gina, but there is nothing I can do. You lied and almost got me killed. So this is where you need to be." He paused, glancing at Jungkook, who was silently standing behind him, scanning the room carefully. "I'm here today to tell you something, Gina, hopeful. Is it a secret way to get?" Taehyung softly interrupting, "Thank you." Gina confused, "What?" Taehyung, "Thank you. Although you wasn't the best sister, you still put, put up with me, and for that I'm grateful." He started to bow, but immediately stopped when Jungkook cleared his throat loudly. Taehyung, sighing, "Mr. Danger said I can't bow, so I guess a handshake will do, only if you are up for it. I understand if you are not." He held out his hand. Gina stared at it, then at Taehyung, then back at his hand. Slowly she reached forward and placed her hand in his. Taehyung, brightly smiling, "Thank you." Gina looked at him, and a tear rolled down. Taehyung, gently wiping her tear, "Don't cry, I will visit you every day." He turned to Jungkook with pleading eyes. "Mr. Danger Bunny, can I bring her food that I make?" Jungkook immediately stood up, straightened, ready to reject the idea, but Taehyung's puppy eyes melted him. He sighed and nodded reluctantly. Young excited, "Yay! I will bring you real food instead of the prison stuff, okay?" Gina smiling sadly, nodding, "Okay, Taehyung, I will come tomorrow." He waved goodbye as Jungkook started dragging him out of the cell gently. Gina sat back, tears streaming down her face. She wondered why she had treated Taehyung so poorly. Despite everything, he still planned to visit her every day and bring delicious food with his own hands. "What did I do to deserve this kindness?" she whispered. The answer was clear: nothing, absolutely nothing. At home, Taehyung, Appa, here is your room. He helped his father open the door. Taehyung's father, awestruck. Wow, so big. Taehyung is smiling proudly. Yes, Appa. All the rooms here are huge, but Jungkook's room is even bigger. He was glad he had sent Taehyung here, even convincing his ex-wife and daughter that Jungkook was a terrifying man. Though he had never seen him before, he hadn't expected Jungkook to be so young and handsome. Taehyung, Appa, I will come get you for dinner. Just as Taehyung was about to go, a familiar thought clearing stopped him. Taehyung winning, Mr. Danger Bunny, he is my dad. Jungkook ignoring him completely. Taehyung's father clenching softly. It's fine, son, I understand. I wouldn't want my lover going to anyone either. Jungkook, serious tone, are you done? Taehyung's father nodding, yes, he is finished. Jungkook, well then, may I take him now? Taehyung's father is smiling warmly, of course. In an instant, Jungkook swept Taehyung into his arm and whisked him away. The surprised Taehyung's wide eyes. Jungkook, what is this? Jungkook, wait. He carefully set Taehyung down on something soft. Moment later, Jungkook returned carrying a lantern. He placed it on the nearby tree, its light softly illuminating the area. Then, one by one, he began setting up more lanterns until the entire place glowed beautifully. Taehyung gasped as he took in the sight, a vast field of sunflowers. Taehyung, and now, whoa! Jungkook is smiling gently. I planted them all myself. Taehyung, how? Jungkook softly, with a distant look. When my parents died, I had a lot of dark thoughts. Instead of giving up, I found this empty land and decided to plant a sunflower garden. Taehyung, why sunflowers? Jungkook gazing at Taehyung lovingly. Sunflowers need sunlight. I waited for my sunflower to come into my life so I could shine again. Taehyung touched softly. I am taking that line, Jungkook playfully. What? You can't just steal my words. Taehyung grinning, sticking out his tongue. Watch me. He ran, laughing, and Jungkook immediately chased after him. After even 7 minutes of playful running, they both collapsed on the grass, breathless and giggling. Jungkook whispered, gazing into Taehyung's eyes. I love you. Taehyung is smiling warmly. I love you too. Their lips met in a deep, passionate kiss under the lantern light, surrounded by a sea of sunflowers. The end. A full 5 years later, third-person POV Taehyung cheerfully entering the sale with a basket in his hand. Gee, I brought you steamed buns from dinner. For dinner, Gina is smiling brightly. Thank you, Taehyung. They both sat down in the small wooden table, eating and chatting happily. Gina sipping her tea. No, you are going to today, right? Taehyung nodding while chewing. Yes, Gina sitting her bun down suddenly. Wait here for a second. Taehyung blinking in confusion as Gina walked over to her bed. She bent down and dug underneath her pillow before pulling something out. Taehyung curiously startling his head. What is this? Gina held out a necklace. One side was white, the other black, perfectly matching. Heavens, Gina is smiling softly. I made it. It's a set of necklace for us. Taehyung eyes widening in surprise. Whoa, is that why you asked for those materials? Gina nodding proudly. Yes, remember, don't take it off. Right, it will bring you good luck. Taehyung grinning warmly. Okay, I promise. He hugged her tightly. Taehyung softly pressing a kiss to her forehead. I have to go now before Thong comes looking for me. I will see you tomorrow. Gina is smiling gently, holding back tears. Be safe, Tae. Taehyung nodding with a bright smile as he waved. Always. The guard locked the cell door behind him as he left. Taehyung's father's room. Taehyung entering with a soft smile. Appa, how is she? Taehyung's father sitting by the bedside of his wife. She is fine now, just sleeping. Taehyung is smiling, feeling relief was over him. His father had remarried 3 years ago after falling in love again. Taehyung, I came to tell you that I have to go now. Taehyung's father sighing deeply, then noticing who gave you that, smiling knowingly. Taehyung cheering proudly while playing with the necklace. Gina, Taehyung's father pretending to be surprised. Really? Though he already knew he had secretly helped Gina make them, he wanted to let her have the special moment with Taehyung. Nodding eagerly. She said it's for good luck and that I should never take it off. Jungkook's father warmly. Thanks father warmly. Well, she is right. And Taehyung, don't forget. Be safe. He pulled Taehyung into a hug. Taehyung softly hugging back. I will, Appa. After they let go, Taehyung headed out. 30 minutes later, preparing for battle. Thang saluting. General, we are moving out now. Thang putting on his armor. Bring me the type. Moments later, Thang laid out a beautiful white horse. Thang type is here. Thang petting the horse gently. Are you ready, type? The horse. In response, Thang is smiling softly. Me too. He mounted the horse gracefully. Thang handing him his weapon. Here, General, your bow and arrow. Thang taking them with a nod. Thank you. He waved at Thang. See you. Thang yelling after him. Be safe now, General. Taehyung lifted a hand in response as he rode off. He took a secret path to avoid disturbing the villagers. The battlefield. By the time Taehyung arrived, Jungkook had already begun fighting furiously. Taehyung pouted as he quickly shot down an enemy soldier who had been sneaking up behind Jungkook. Taehyung sleeplessly, sorry, sorry, he urged the horse closer until it was side by side with Jungkook's black stallion. The two had especially styled their horses so they could easily find each other. Taehyung pouting adorably, Mr. Danger Bunny, you meanie. I told you to wait for me. Jungkook is smirking while shooting an arrow over Taehyung's shoulder to strike an enemy behind him. The battle just started. Gasping, looking back. Sorry, Jungkook laughing softly. You don't need to be sorry, love. Just keep your focus. The two of them continue fighting side by side, shooting arrows and protecting one another. Every time Taehyung hit someone, he mumbled a soft apology, making Jungkook shake his head with a small, fond smile. Even midst of chaos, as the sun began to rise, its warm glow fell on their two lovers fighting together. Jungkook, the fair and king and protector, and Taehyung, the gentle yet strong-hearted general who always brought light to his world. And in that moment, it was clear, no matter the battle ahead, they would always fight side by side. The end. Hope you will enjoy it. How was it? Comment me down. And the ending of this story was a bit different. Not all romantic, but a bit of dramatic. I hope you will enjoy it. Comment me down your feelings, your thoughts, whatever you feel about reading this story. I will be back with another Taekook one shot. I will be working on one shot more for a while. Then I will start a long story again, but after a short break. Okay, bye bye.